guys, this is Tim with BleepinJeep.com. Today we are going to be experimenting with spray paint. My two objectives for this video is to compare inexpensive spray paint to expensive spray paint, see how they compare to one another, and also to see if priming a surface really makes a difference or not. And this is a steel, probably a sewer pipe, so you guys owe me some thumbs up on this video. I'm covered in poop dust. And what we're going to do is clean this up, or I'm going to clean it up. You're actually just watching, which is nice, poop free. And sand this down to bare metal, and then we're going to section it into half primer, half unprimered, and then do 3 different types of spray paint over it. After that, I'm going to tie it to my Jeep, and we're going to drag it down a dirt road and see what areas wear more than others, or if they're all equal, or what the outcome is. We're just going to be doing metal only, and hopefully this is kind of an accurate comparison to what you and I are usually using spray paint for on vehicle related applications, as far as touching up axles or undercarriage stuff or metal components, whatever. So that's why I'm not doing it on plastic and everything else. It's just there's too many variables and too many potential options. So this is some 1/8 inch pipe, tube, sewer pipe, poop dust, whatever, and get it cleaned up and go from there. I was going to clean this up all the way down to bare metal. That's going to take more patience than I have today. So I just knocked all the rust off and anything else that was on there. And it's got a nice clean surface now. So I'm going to touch it up with some mineral spirits, and then we should be ready to paint. Alright, here it is. Half of it's masked off. Now we're ready to hit it with the Rustoleum self-etching primer. I had no idea these were scented. Shake hand vigorously for 1 minute. How do I clean that off? Okay, that was the final coat of primer, and now I'm going to let it dry for 3 hours per the instructions on the can. Meanwhile, 3 hours. I guess I'll make some breakfast and have another bowl of coffee, and I'll catch you out here. Alright, so I have the primer side wet sanded. Everything else is cleaned up with mineral spirits, and I have it masked off into 3 sections. From left to right, we're going to be using Rustoleum high performance enamel on this side, the Krylon all-purpose right here in the middle for plastic, wood, and everything else. No priming, no sanding or priming required. So we'll put that to the test. And then down here on the end, we're going to be using Wal-Mart 96-cent spray paint. And we'll see how that does. I've put a 1/2 inch strip of masking tape on the end. That way we can keep track of what's what. After I pull that off, we'll be able to see which half of this pipe is primered. And also it'll indicate which side of the pipe we're looking at in case I get it turned around later on. Alright, so that's 2 coats of the Rustoleum Professional, and now we're going to do the middle here with our Krylon Fusion No sanding or priming required. The no prep Super Bond paint. This thing sprays so wide I gotta get close because I don't want to overlap my Rustoleum. Right? Well, here's the 99-cent spray paint. It's like it doesn't even spray compared to that other stuff. It's like 25% power. So right off the bat, noticeably this is a crappier can as far as use. I'm not sure how that could be, but it definitely is. Alright guys, I have the masking tape pulled off. I have our Wal-Mart paint here on the bottom, Krylon in the middle, and Rustoleum Professional on top. And I guess we're at the proving grounds. So we're about to drag this thing up this dirt road for however long, and we'll see how it comes out. My only observation of the paint so far is it all looks pretty darn close in final product. The Rustoleum, the most expensive paint on here, actually didn't hold a sharp edge to the masking tape as well as the cheaper paints. So that's kind of interesting. But we'll see how they compare on rocks. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so what do we learn from that? We learned we needed a faster Jeep. Alright, here we are back in the garage after our second outing of dirt road dragging. You're looking at the Rustoleum Professional, the Krylon Fusion, and Wal-Mart Spray and Pray. This is the non-primer side of the pipe. One thing I may have learned from that is that although it doesn't make too much sense, I'm pretty confident in saying that the non-primer side actually held up better. And I don't think it's just because you can see the gray underneath the paint. Up close, when I'm looking at it, I can actually see that there's more black paint still on the pipe than there is on the primer side. And that's consistent, throughout all three paints. Now the self-etching primer itself actually looks like it stuck pretty good. But as far as the black paint adhering to the primer, I think it actually did better on this side, the unprimered side. So that's something interesting to take away. And of course this isn't scientific by any means, and this may not be very realistic to how you treat your painted components, but it was interesting to see. Another idea I had was to do some long-term testing where I could paint steel in a similar manner and just leave them out in my backyard in the elements for a few weeks or a month or longer, and then revisit them and see how the paints hold up in long-term exposure. If that's something you guys are interested in, let me know in the comments, and I'll consider that. But as far as drag testing goes, they all look the same. The 99-cent spray paint, the Krylon, and the Rustoleum, and all of them held up better on the unprimered side. Alright guys, well thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's definitely fun to put together. And check out the website, BleepinJeep.com, and we'll see you here in the next video.